be done.
Hey,
Yeah,
Jarrell,
go ahead.
you
Go
know
ahead.
what team? You know what team is 11-3 in their last 14 games, and people are still calling for the guy to maybe not come back next year? The Kentucky Wildcats. The Kentucky Wildcats. How about that? 11-3 in their last 14, and Mark Pope has been absolutely torn apart this season. I get it. There's been some real lows, right? I mean, the Gonzaga game in Nashville was a big time low, and everybody kind of. But I think now, they've shortened the rotation by default. Like they've had no choice, right? They've had no choice
Yep.
with the injuries, and now they're playing like 9 dudes. And tonight, now Oklahoma's not very good defensively, so that's kind of nice medicine for Kentucky, being able to really run their offense, get out in transition, make some shots from 3. But they did that tonight. Like, I think their offense looked about as crisp as it has in weeks. And again, you can attribute some of it to Porter Moser's defense, but I think it's also like these guys getting in a little bit of a rhythm now, and it's not just Otega Oweh. Brandon Garrison was great tonight, finally, but Colin Chandler, to me, that was the befuddling one throughout the season when they just kind of benched him and his minutes were cut. Now he's got the minutes back, and to me, it aligns with the fact that they're playing better.
Yeah, and I was gonna say the same thing. I was about to say Chandler has been a lot better over this last stretch of games, and sometimes it's like that. RC can speak to this sometimes, like because during the course of a season, especially when you're on a team like that, a lot of outside pressure, a lot of outside noise. People steady throwing the numbers around about how much they spent the NIL and the 20 million or whatever it was. It was just a lot going on, and kind of drawing that line, and they officially kind of know that Lowe isn't coming back this year. I'm not sure completely on the acquaintance thing, but I mean, right now he's not available.
I can't
and
imagine.
Sometimes,
I can't
yeah,
imagine he's coming back at this point.
yeah, and sometimes that it's addition by subtraction. Sometimes these other guys now know, look, it's not a dude who's better than me or more talented in front of me. I'm going to play. I'm going to get my 15 minutes. I'm going to get my shots here. I just got to do the smaller things to make sure that I play well and I stay on the court and I can get my minutes extended at times like that. And it just seems to flow a little bit better right now. Now, some of that, again, probably has been some of the opponents as well, too. They obviously going to get tested some more throughout the course of the season. But right now, for all the crap that Pope has taken, I mean, he's going to be looking at an NCAA tournament bid. Now, where that's going to end up and where they finish off this season, that is kind of a question mark. And I think that's going to kind of be the vibe or the energy that he's giving going into the offseason. But I don't think anybody can deny that. I know, at least for me, like I felt bad for the dude at one point. Like, damn, you could see it weighing on him. But he's handled it great though, Jeff. Like he's taking everything on the chin, man. Every punch on the chin. He like, man, look, it ain't these guys. It ain't the guys behind it. Like, blame me. So I respect that a lot. I respect the way that those guys have continued.
That's what you
to
want
fight.
as a player, right? That's what you want to hear as a player.
Yeah.
When your coach does that for you, it means something. To me, it makes you want to play harder for him, does it not?
Oh, 100%. 100%. Because as a player, that's the way that you show support and you back your coach. You don't go out and you don't get the headlines. You don't do as many talking points as he gets to do. You go out there and you play your butt off and try to stack some wins for him, so to ensure, like, that he ain't the problem. Like, what I mean, we got to play better too, and just kind of solidify that message that they all in it together. So I like what I seen tonight. I was worried about them taking a step back, but they didn't do that at all.
21 assists, RC, on 30 buckets tonight.
30 baskets.
Yep. That's huge.
That was
huge.
big. I felt like, first of all, you got to give Mark Pope all the credit in the world for what this team has done, because they were the laughing stock of college basketball. Like, everybody was crapping on them, and be honest, deservingly so. They deserved all what was happening. But credit Mark Pope. He stood there in front of everybody, addressed every accusation, everything that was done. He benched guys, he set guys down. But I also think Jaden Lowe, injury goes out, Jaden Quaint's out. Now it's like I think it's Otega's Oweh's team again, and I think that's where it should start with him. This guy was the preseason SEC Player of the Year, and now the team is back here, and the ball's back in his hands, and he's showing you what why he was picked preseason Player of the Year. They did what they were supposed to do to Oklahoma, and I don't think Oklahoma's a very good team. But 11 of their 11-3, as you said, Jeff, they're going to make the tournament. Very rarely does a team have so much pressure and expectation and then fail as miserable as they did early on, ever dig themselves out of it. And this Kentucky group is figuring a way to dig themselves out of it, man. Credit to those guys. Never would I ever think they had a chance at winning the SEC regular season title. Are you kidding me? I didn't think that they were close to doing anything like that, and they are into the discussion.
You know what it is now? It's so weird. They have gone from that group that everybody loved to hate because they were making $22 million to now they're kind of the underdogs, which is
the team
bananas.
that you root for. Yeah, the team you root. I'm rooting for them now. Yeah.
They got a level of respect. They got a level of respect for how they handled it. They got knocked on their ass and they got up off the mat. And anybody, you can respect that. Like from Pope to the players, like everybody, like you got knocked on your ass. And credit to those kids for standing up, man, and responding in a way, not being fractured with all the negativity that was coming their way. You know, it's almost as if they just took it on the chin and was just like, hey, it united this group and they responded to them. So credit to these guys, man. They deserve everybody that was crapping on them, give them their flowers now. I know they're still in the process of still figuring it out, but give them their flowers. Credit to the Wildcats, man. They took a stand in 8 count and they came out swinging.
And it was a big game for Brandon Garrison. You know, Moreno got in foul trouble, so Garrison had to play, and he delivered. And he probably needed that for his confidence as much as Mark Pope needed to see that, you know, for his confidence in Garrison. So I think this was, you know, a game obviously you had to have, but you won it convincingly. Like you didn't play it down to the wire. You won it convincingly. And again, they're right now probably in that range. You know, they might be in that like 5 seed range right now. And if they go get hot here, stay healthy, make shots. And Ortega, like you said, RC, he's playing like maybe not the SEC Player of the Year, but like a first-team all-league guy, certainly over the last 3-4 weeks, and that makes a big difference because we didn't think he could be that guy. Like we questioned, he's probably not got that in him. He's Robin, but he's not Batman. Well, now he's kind of turned into Batman, and that win on the road against Arkansas last game, to me, that was the statement game that we may not be able to win the whole thing, but like we can make a run. Can we make an Elite Eight? And at that point, is it elite? If I told you this, RC, Kentucky's going to be a 5 seed, and they're going to get it. They're going to get to the Elite Eight. Like, how does with a $22 million roster? How does that look to you and to Big Blue Nation?
Big Blue Nation will never be satisfied when it comes to that amount of dollar figure. Like nobody's ever going to justify that. Yeah. I'll say this. I don't care what their seeding is. This was a team that I didn't even early in the year didn't think they would even make it to the tournament. I didn't see this. Yeah. So getting in the tournament, I still don't know I don't believe they're an Elite Eight team. I mean, I think this team is Sweet 16, Sweet 16-ish, get maybe at best, and then we'll see what happens. But whatever seeding they are, if they can win 2 games, congratulations to them. I wonder what would be different about all of that. I mean, the team, it's amazing how this team can respond. And it's not over yet, right? This team still has more work to do. So they could make a run, right? If they win this regular season SEC, all of a sudden get into the SEC tournament and make some noise there, then I wouldn't limit them at a possible 5 seed. I think that everything's in front of this group. They have seemed to found something that just gelled this group together, man. And again, I won't put anything past them, but I still would like to see them play a little bit better against some better competition.